Going live.
Wonderful. I'll just check there it is. I can see it there. Fantastic. Hello, hello, wherever you may roam on this earthly plane. It is Lisa Marie and Rose Osman here from Threaded Earth. And today we're going to jump in and introduce some basics of human design. And we're going to start with the 4 aura types. Now, I'm going to hand it over to Rose today, which I'm excited about. I have my little girl home sick today, so I'm not going to be able to contribute too much. We'll see how it unfolds, but I'm really excited to have Rose Osman take us through this today. So yeah, I'll hand it over to you, Rose.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Rose Osman. I'm a Living Your Design guide and also certified PT5 career and business consultant. So today we're going to talk about these introductions to human design. But, human design is a massive, it's a system that has massive information to it. And in order to understand your human design, you got to have to tackle it layers by layers. So this is what we're going to do in Threaded Earth. We're going to bring in the layers to you and introduce you. And today we're going to talk about 4 types in human design and the aura and its strategy. Yeah, so let me share the screen. Introductions to human design, the 4 types, the 4 aura types. Now, actually, when you go to your, if you're new to human design and you have no clue what human design is, human design is a very logical system to help you understand who you are. It gives you information about your genetic codes. It gives you information about what is your nature, what is fixed energy that you have in you. In PT5, we call it what is your strength. And it also shows you what is your openness, which area, which aspect of you that are open to the world. So you can, if you don't know about your design, you can go and download your chart for free. You can go to our website, threadedearth.com. There is information, go for free chart. There's information there where you can download your information. Or you can go to any websites that has ability to download your chart, like jovianarchive.com, and you can download your chart. So when you download your charts, they will have the indications of what is your type, right? So we're going to introduce to your type. Now, every type has specific aura, and every aura has its strategy to communicate with others and with the world. So we're going to talk about that today. So let's go to the types. So there is 4 types in human design. Just imagine like we human, we have 4 types of blood. So here we have 4 types of aura in human design. And when you know your type, this is the most basic foundations. Every type has its own uniqueness. And if you understand your type, you will understand what makes your life satisfied, for example, or frustrated. What makes your life successful or bitter? What makes you feel angry, the anger, or peaceful? What brings the delights, how you experience delights and surprises in life, good surprises, or you can feel disappointment. So all of these can be explained in the 4 types. So here we have the 4 types, and you can see there's a percentage to show you how this type represent the populations in the world. And we're going to go to these 2 energy type first. So these 2 here that you can see, the generators and the manifestors, these two are categorized as energy type. They run the world. Definitely generators, they run the world. Without generators, we will not be able to build the world. So they are the builders. And you also, if you download your chart and if you say you are a manifesting generator, and that means you are categorized under generator, because manifesting generator and generator, they have same aura type, which we're going to talk about the types, the aura. And here you see generators, they are the majority of the world. They are 67% of it. And generators, they bring in the life force energy to us. If you're a generator, the moment you wake up every morning, you're always buzzing with your energy, buzzing around energy. You go around responding to life, building life. And then we have the other type, the energy type. This is a manifestor. Now, manifestor, there are not many of them, 9%, 8%, 9% at this moment. So manifestor they're designed to initiate, to take the first steps compared to generator. And, they are here to make an impact to the world. Now, normally when we introduce this to human design, to beginners, you would feel like, why not I'm the one? Generator would say, why not I'm the one making an impact to the world? You got to understand that we are talking about not saying you can't make an impact, but there is a mechanical nuances to it. For manifestor, when we talk about the aura, you will understand how they are designed to make an impact to the world and how they are designed to initiate. So these are the one who make the first steps, and generator is the one who respond to that steps. So yeah, we're going to take a look at it in further. We're going to go further around it. And then we have the other two types. These two are non-energy types. Non-energy types. And non-energy types, it means these two are not designed to live their life the way like generator live their life. In the simple words, we will say, if you're a projector or a reflector, you are not designed to work like generators. You are not designed to push your energy towards others like a manifestor. Because to do so, it will lead you into deep bitterness in your life. And we're talking about bitterness in your body. Like every person that touches your aura will feel that bitterness. They will feel that you are not been, you feel you resent life because you're not being recognized, you're not being appreciated. So projector has its own unique aura to approach life or to be approached by life. And if you're a reflector, you see, reflector, we're going to do another live session. So we haven't set a date yet to introduce all the 9 centers and functions. But if you see the reflectors here and you see that it doesn't have any color in it, it's just all white, openness, wide open. And reflector is here. They really live their life in a very different way. If they try to live their life as a projector, manifestor, generator, it's going to burden them with disappointment. And they are here to, what reflectors do, they are here to bring their deep awareness about what's happened or what's trend, what is going on in the cosmic right now, in the bigger sense. They are here to reflect, to sample the environment, sample the life, which we're going to talk about when we go to the aura. So here we have these 4 different types of human in general. Of course, in human design, this is the foundations of it. If you go further, it would explain more deeper and deeper, and everyone is unique, regardless their type, right? Everyone is unique. Now, Lisa Marie and I, we both are projectors. We both are projectors. And this is what we do. We bring our awareness as a projector. We bring our awareness, we educate others, and the projector is here. In general terms, we say projectors on this earth is here to guide and to guide others, especially to guide the energy type, the generators, to respond to what brings them more satisfactions. So we are here to guide. Manifestor is here to initiate, to make the first steps, and not waiting to respond, right? And generator is here to respond to life. And reflector is here, is going to sample everything and tell us what's going on, what's wrong, what needs to be changed, and so on. Now, so that is the types in general. And then, do you have anything to add to this, or I miss anything, Lisa? No. Okay. So let's take a look at the aura. Now, remember, every type has its aura, and how the aura functions. And every types has its own strategy. Now, we probably not really pay attention to our aura, but our aura has big impact in our life, right? If you talk about aura protecting us from sickness or protects us from many things, but our aura, one thing that people may not aware, our aura communicates. It communicates. 93% of communications on daily basis is a nonverbal communications. So these nonverbal communications happens on the auric level. It happens through, the interchange between the neutrino streams, between one another, between the planets and us, and so on. But the aura communicates. And not just that, every type and their aura has a interaction strategy with others, with life. So this is where we're going to take a look at it further. Now let's take a look at the generator first, since we're talking about generator at the beginning. 67% of the populations are generator. Now, generators' aura, we call the aura open and enveloping aura. Open and enveloping. So what it means, open and enveloping. Generators' aura, whenever I with generators, I can feel the aura kind of like hugging you. They are like welcoming. That's what they do, because having this open and enveloping aura, that means they have this one center over here. It's called sacral center. And this sacral center is defined. This is a life force. So generators have this energy that, attracts life to them. It's buzzing, it attracts life to them. So if you look at generators' aura, for me, I feel like it works like a vortex. It pulls lives into their life. It pulls lives in. And this is why generator strategy, we talk about strategy in life, generator strategy is to respond. not making the first step unless they respond to it first, unless they respond yes to it. And generator life, if they not running their life with their mind, their life can be simplified into 3. It can be simplified into I respond with yes, I respond with no, and I respond with not now. And they do not have to think about what I need to do next, what I need to, should I initiate this? Should I start this first? They don't have to, because life initiates for them, and all they have to do is wait until the response. Wait until the energy response, their sacral response, with sounds. There's sounds to the sacral. So generator always attract life to them with your open and enveloping aura. If generator goes to if generators respond to a party of 100 people, for example, right? The moment generators step into the party with their open and enveloping aura, everyone in that party, that 100 people in that party feels, they feels everything. They open up to everything. And if they bring satisfaction, if they respond to yes, they will feel satisfied to be in a party of 100 people. They bring that satisfaction to that party. That's generator aura, open and enveloping. And I often get questions by generator, how can I close my aura? Nah, you don't close. I mean, there's no terms that you can close your aura, because your aura functions in that way, because your life force here, sacral, always attracting life to you. So this is where your strategy to respond will going to save you from responding to the wrong things, right? Respond. And once you respond, you can go ahead and build whatever you want to build, whatever that you are responsible to build, whatever that you are responsible to engage. Let's say, someone comes to you with a project to give it to you, right? Someone come to you and say, hey, I have a project for you. Would you like to do it? So it's a question for you to respond. And you're like, yeah, I want to do it. So then you respond. So the life initiates for you, giving you a project, an opportunity. And all you do is just respond. And if you're not responding to it, if like you say, not going to do this project, not because your mind says so, but the body itself say, no. So that means you're not responding to it and don't do it. Yes, Lisa has something to add.
Yeah, all beautifully articulated so far. I just wanted to sort of bring something in here that, from the difference between who we think we are, which is a 7-centered being, the Homo sapien, this 9-centered form that we now reside in since 1781, for those who aren't aware, these strategies are pulling us away from that mind, the strategic mind that was the 7-centered way. Because if you came to class with us, you get to really see the history and the unfolding of the evolution of man and where we are in this track and time. And so the strategy pulls us back into the body. The 9-centered being, the Homo sapien intransitus, is here to be embodied, to move from the body. The body is the life, not this expansion of mind, this manifesting our reality. So it really does protect us and brings us back into the present moment, because we can be so lost in the mind and thinking, strategically planning so far ahead. And with the generators, I find so often that, we're all trying to be secure and safe and project into the future. And this, from school, the indoctrination process of, what are you going to be when you grow up, and all of those things. And we're making decisions from our minds, trying to forecast way too far into the future, and really moving away from what our body is responding to in this present moment and in the now. And life is a journey. Life is an unfolding series of getting to know ourselves and exploring who and what we are. And that changes. It's forever this moving evolution within ourselves. And so this strategy with the generator, it really takes, because their not self theme is frustration. So we have satisfaction when you're responding to life, because you're responding from a body that is committing itself to a task, a job, a lover, a place, to all those big decisions. And it will have the energy to continue in that movement for however long that lasts. It's this very existential being that is here to respond to life. But I find, a lot of my clients so far, they say, they're just in this mental mind, this strategic mind of trying to forecast and see what will make them more money or secure, or all of these things. And they're just leading these very frustrated lives. And so having around that 70% mark of people in this world, you can see it's a very frustrated world that we live in. So this is how beautiful this work is that we do. It's really bringing people back into their body, getting them to respond through the body, guiding them back to the body, and bringing more of this satisfaction into the world. It's very, very important that we move away from the strategic mind. But I just want to add that little piece in there. So thanks.
Yeah, it's a good touch in that between the strategic mind and living through our body intelligence. Right? Our body is highly intelligent, and it's time to surrender to that intelligence and let the intelligence guide us how to live our life. And I agree with these generator. The theme is satisfactions for them. They are born to be satisfied with their life. So if you a generator or a manifesting generator and you're not feeling satisfied with your life, you're not feeling satisfied with your moment to moment interactions with others, interactions with activities, then something is off track in your life, because frustrations is there to tell you this is not what the body wants to do. So it's simple in that way, but it's not simple. It's not easy for you to grasp until you experiment it with yourself. You see it for yourself, right? And then, so that's generator, open and enveloping aura. And then we have a manifestor here, the 9%, 8%, 9% of the populations here. So manifestor, they are designed to make the first step. They're designed to initiate. Now, doesn't mean if you're a manifestor, you can initiate everything. It's not, because you are unique. There's certain things that you are here on this earth that you are here to initiate. So manifestor has a close and repels aura. Close and repels. This is a common question. Why close and repel? Why not open like generators? The manifestor, they are here to be independent. They are like a lone wolf. The close and repel aura is designed to protect their independence. They are not here to be influenced by others, right? They are here to be, everyone is here to be themselves, but manifestor is here to be independent in their own unique way, so that they can do what they are here to do, to initiate, to make an impact to the world. That's manifestor, close. Now, if you notice, when I describe generators, I point the aura inwards, right? So generator is here, their theme is, who am I? They are here to know themselves. So 67% of the population is here, 70% population is here to know themselves. But for manifestor, their energy is actually moving outwards. That's their design. They have this, they have a motorized energy, either emotions, motorized by emotions, or either by the ego, or either by the, adrenalized energy pushing out into communications and actions. And it pushed the energy out to the world in terms of initiations and also making an impact. So manifestor strategy, because they are so powerful with their energies, right? Whenever they release their energy, it can impact others, it can affect others. So they are here, their strategy is to inform others before they act. For example, you go to a party of 100. The moment you step into the door, hey, I'm here. You inform everyone that you are here. So everyone are aware, whether consciously or unconsciously, that your energy is present. And so informing is actually a social grace for manifestor. Although for many manifestor out there, informing is not natural for you. Informing is something that you have to practice to inform, because for you, you're just going to do whatever you want to do. One moment you're in the house, the next moment you feel like you're going out for a movie by yourself, and you leave your wife behind and you just walk out the door and go to a movie and not informing your wife. It's going to get into a war between you and your wife, because for you, you feel like, why do I have to inform you? I just do whatever I want to do. I just have to give you the extreme example here. And so you're here, the strategy is to inform. Inform because when you release your energy out to the world, when you inform, you let people know, do not interrupt your flow. Do not interrupt what you initiate. Yes, Lisa has something to add.
Where I can chime in a little bit when it pops up.
Yeah.
And I like when, we've been in class together, and, it's a fact that most of the types, all of us, think we are here to manifest our realities. But it's interesting to see a lot of the manifestors are actually waiting. They're operating more like the generator, waiting to respond to something, waiting for people to come and ask them. But they're the type that are here to be the leaders, to initiate in that sense, to move past the fear of rejection, because because they are this lone wolf. They are more impactful on that one-on-one. And it started from school, where they didn't feel like they quite fit in, or they can be quite squishy inside, very vulnerable, very sensitive, and emotional beings, and beautiful, but it's just this repelling aura that just pushes out. And so it's completely opposite to the open and enveloping, this sucking in, this pulling in, this vortex, this yummy warmth. So it is quite interesting to see waking these manifestors up to their power, bringing them back to their power of, hey, it's okay to be rejected. It's okay that you're not for everyone. We're not for everyone, whatever type we are. And so they really have to get past this, conditioning from, since they were very young, of having this rejection or being told no. So I really love waking up the manifestor. It's very, very juicy type.
Yes, they are, and very, very powerful type as well.
Yeah.
And if you talk about their signature, manifestor is, they are born to be peaceful with life, peaceful with themselves. But often you see manifestor deal with great anger in them. Great anger. Anger because there's always someone who will tell them, don't do this. There's always someone who will stop them from doing. There's always someone going to stop them from being independent or be themselves. And they get angry also because they're not informing. They make people angry. They get angry because their way of impact is being disrupted. And you do, from my experience, you do not want to be in the presence of anger manifestor because their anger is released through the communications and actions, and it has a lot of impact when you see how the auras operates. It's energy inward moving outward, out to the world, blast out to the world. But in the presence of a peaceful manifestor, I've seen a peaceful manifestor, met them. I love the aura. Just sitting next to them makes life peaceful. So here, there's manifestor right there. And manifestor with generators, manifestor is also not designed to work like generators. Their energy is, we would say their energy is like short burst energy. I remember seeing a transcript, I think some things like they are like cheetah, they run very fast, but only a short amount of time, and then they burn the energy, and then they're going to have to rest for next few hours to gather the energy back and hunt again. So yeah, Lisa.
Yeah, good point there. And also, I think this is where a lot of people get misled around the wording manifesting generator. So the pure difference here is that it is only the generator type, the generator and the manifesting generator, that have the sacral defined. If you see the manifestor, the projector, and the reflector, we're all non-sacral beings. It's only the generator that has that. So it's pure power. The manifestor is connected to a smaller motor, which is the heart center, the ego, or the emotional solar plexus. That's pure manifesting energy. So yeah. Big difference. So none of us are here to be in that realm of we just can't keep up. Yeah, we just can't keep up with that same level of energy that the generator can produce. Yeah.
Yes, we do not have consistent energy to just do and do and do and do like generators. So that's the beauty of being these manifestor and generator. You can see through this drawing, they are totally an opposite side. Generator with open and enveloping aura takes life into themselves and learn about themselves, whereas manifestor, they are not here to know who, they are not here to learn about who I am. They are here to learn about who am I impacting. Who am I impacting, right? So it's very different. And then we get to projectors and reflectors and non-energy type. So here we projectors, the 22%, 23%, somewhere around there. This is quite a lot in the population's projector. But when you see a projector, commonly you will see them running around like a generators, or they're running around like a manifestor, trying to make things happen, running around like generators, burn out the energy, doing and doing and doing. These are the people that can hold 2 jobs, 3 jobs, thinking they have more and more energy to do it. But in the end of the day, they burn out. They burn out so deep that they do not even realize that they are burnout until, one day they are alone in the house, nobody in the house, and suddenly they feel like, why I have no energy, why I feel so fatigued, why I'm so tired. But the fact is, you do not have consistency energy to keep going. And we are not here to do that. Projectors is born to be the guide for others, the guide, especially for the generators, when recognized, and invited. So let's talk about the aura of projectors first. The aura, if you say there's pointing toward others. So projector has this aura that highly curious of others. One person at a time, is always curious about the others. My favorite example is you stayed in a cafe, someone walked into the door, and right away you are looking at that person. You have no idea why you're looking at that person. Your mind probably start to tell stories like, maybe I know this person, this person's from my past life, this person, my twin mates, and what so on and so on and so on. But the fact is your aura is interested in the other, in penetrating the other. So this is an aura that penetrates, absorbing, and highly focused on others. So this aura can penetrate other people's aura 1% at a time, and ideally penetrates the generators, because manifestor close and repel aura, you can't penetrate them. But for generators, yes, we put our aura in generators, and that's when we know who the generators is, what they are, what their energy are used for, and so on. But so here, focus and penetrate aura. The funny part is the strategy for projector, Lisa always said it to me, the strategy for projector is a graceful strategy, because the strategy is called wait to be invited, wait for invitations, right? Wait for recognitions and invitations. The most important keywords here is invitations. Why? Because picture this, your aura, you put your aura in somebody else's aura. If you're not invited to do that, you're not invited to engage in interactions, and you put your auras in, and you bring your recognitions, and you bring your intelligence to other people. That's what projectors is. We have this different cognitive than any other types. So you put your aura in others without invitations. It feels like intrusive, right? You meet projector is here to wait until someone sees you, not someone, until the right people sees you and invite you. It can be as simple as, let's say, you with your husband. You with your husband, and your husband is not a projector. Your husband is a generator. And you're a projector. And you see your husband is doing something that makes him frustrated. So instead of, go to him and tell him you shouldn't do this and that, initiate that kind of a conversation, you should just wait until your husband asks you, what do you think I should do? Then that's when you comes in and guide your husband. Because you don't want to give your intelligence away to everyone if without the recognitions and invitations. The reasons why, because you are born with this signature called success. You are here to bring success. You are here to empower, share, support people with success. And with this sense of success that you bring only comes when you are recognized and invited. Success can be, we're not talking about material success, just material success. We're talking about success in interactions as well. Like Lisa and I, we can communicate, and by the end of when we finish our communication, we feel success by what we say, by what we exchange. So projectors, your strategy, when you are invited, there you have the, invitations will give you the access to energy, depending on what kind of invitations that you have. And we're talking about, for projectors, there are big invitations, small invitations. So you're going to have to know, especially big invitations, you have to be very careful to know what invitations is. And if you're a projector, if you don't know human design, I would like to invite you to reflect that what are the things that happen in life happens through invitations. Because invitation is a natural things happen to you. Even before human design, I got invited into a career. I got invited every single time when things happen through invitations, I have successful period in my life. Invitation into a career, invitations into relationship. It's all turned out to be successful. Projector is not here to initiate. Don't play a manifester because you do not have one. You do not have the energy to do so. There's no motorized energy connected to your throat, connected to your communication actions. You do not have this impact like a manifester. Doing so, pushing yourself through it, put your aura in others, forcefully, will only give you bitterness. So that is the opposite side of the success, bitterness. How many projectors out there, you feel bitter that no one sees you, no one recognized you, whatever that you say, a good idea, good brilliant advice that you give to people, people just push it away and walk away. And you feel like, why no one listen to me? So something to ponder if you're a projector. And it takes time to deal with that bitterness and align yourself back to your strategy, which is to be invited. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I guess one little thing that sort of has me wanting to, say a little piece on the projector. This waiting, this generator waiting to respond, projectors waiting to be invited. And they're like, what do you mean wait? What am I going to do in the interim? Like, who's going to see me when I'm just waiting? What do I do? It's like, well, what do you love to do? Because when you know what you love to do, and projectors, we are a different type in terms of we are here to be aware of a system and really guide people through systems, no matter what the system may be, no matter what you master. You're here to be playful in mastering something that you truly love. We're all here to do that, right? We're all here to be in life and play with something that we enjoy doing for ourselves. And in that play, in that mastery, wherever you find yourself, that is where you're going to more than likely find these people that will recognize you. So really important tool and piece for people to recognize that, we need to be around like-minded. There is affinity and tastes and all of that, but we all have different minds. We have beautiful minds. We're all here to externalize them very uniquely. But when we're into what we're into, like how I found you, into human design, we're aligned to be of service through mastering this system and getting it out to those who wish to be guided by us. And it's just this active state of waiting for the right invitations, the right energy that comes in, because we know what it feels like when people do sort of recognize us. And a lot of the times projectors get recognized for being energy types. So it's this false invitation almost. It's like, oh, wow, you work so hard. We're like the great entrepreneurs. A lot of projectors, they've just got so much skill in, because they can see what it could evolve and happen. And so they kind of, do get sort of projected upon in that sense of being an energy type when they're not. So just a nice little piece there is be playful with your life, fold into what it is that you love, And in that time that you're mastering whatever it is, you will get recognized at some point. And there's plenty of time, but these invitations, they are really life transforming, and they're really, you will recognize them, and they feel resonant. There's no real disharmony. It feels comfortable, it feels alive, and yeah, it's there for you to recognize. But yeah, projectors, it does take a little bit longer, I find, for projectors to sort of awaken to their strategy and their authority, because everyone thinks they're a manifestor.
Yes, yeah. Everyone wants things happen to be quick. For me, being a projector, while waiting for invitations, gear up with your intelligence, sharpening your intelligence in the area that you love. Like I love human design, Lisa love human design. What we do, we study. Projector is here to study. If you have a projector child, nurture their intelligence to education. Study is for them. They are not the children that you force them to run across the field and playing soccer for 4 hours, 5 hours. They can't. I mean,
yeah, and
not
just a little
right.
No, exactly. Yeah, push it out into the workforce. But yeah, really, it's very key knowing that you've got a projector child. Yeah, something that we're very passionate about. Not only educating parents or individuals, but those who are coming into motherhood to know your child's aura, because this will save you a lot of pain around trying to figure out how they're best to adapt to life and be in life, and you can really nurture that. And so just that last piece, like when Threaded Earth was fully me designing and doing everything alone, trying to be successful on my own and sustain a business. And it was literally just before I had human design come into my awareness that I was starting to feel very burnt out, really pushing hard to try and be successful. And I just couldn't sustain that. I either needed a business partner to come on board, but there was none around at that point in time. It just didn't feel comfortable just to invite any old one. And I recognized in myself that I needed to slow down. And I remember putting out the post, and people really loved that, and appreciated that. I can't just keep pushing things out like the other fashion labels were. And now, if I decide to do something, it's because I can enjoy it as a hobby. It's a playful piece that I might come in and out of to enjoy. But with human design, I recognized I was called to it because this is, as a projector, we just want to absorb information. We are here as sponges to really wrap ourselves around education and teach that we are the new leaders. And we do have a course, don't we? The projector, the emerging leaders. So we certainly invite, if you are a projector or you find out you're a projector, to check out those courses as well that we have online around the projector energy specifically.
Yes, there's so much deep information that we can unpack just by talking about projectors, just by talking about generators or manifestors. Projectors is a wonderful being. We are here. This is in a very crucial time. Projectors need to be waking up to their projector design, to be themselves, because these are the leaders that are going to lead others 1% at a time moving forward. This is the moving forward into the future. This is the leaders, but lead by projectors leadership. Yeah. And then last we have a reflector. So reflector is 1% of the populations. They are very rare, very unique. You love reflectors aura. They are, soft, nice to be with, very gentle. I would say the aura very gentle. So they have this aura called sampling aura, and reflector. They are more, kind of like similar with manifestor in terms of that closed that they have in their aura, but we don't call the aura closed. But reflector is not here to be penetrated by others. They sample your aura, they sample the environment, they pick a little bit here and there. And how to describe your aura? This is like a Teflon aura, slippery aura. You can't grab them and say, this is who you are, because they changes all the time. They changes their mechanics, they have these lunar cycles. That's their strategy. Lunar cycles that give them a cycle of fixed pattern, a cycle of awareness where they can sample, they can reflect, they can, sounding board their awareness and see what happened around them. This is the great agent to know what's happening in the environment. Like, for example, when I do business consultations, I would tell the business owner, if you want to know what happened or whether or not your environment, your work environment is healthy, you hired a reflector to work with you. They can tell you. If they get sick in your environment, then you know your environment is not healthy, because reflector is here to sample. They are a great agent of sampling the environment, sample you. If you want to know how you behave, talk to reflector. They will show you back, because that's what they are here to do, sampling that environment, sampling you, sampling your aura. So reflector's strategy is to wait for their lunar cycle, which takes 28.5 to 29 days, lunar cycles. And these are the moon beings. We call these are the moon beings, whereas generator, manifestor, and projector, we are sun being. These are more connected to the moon. Now, it doesn't mean they are not affected by the sun. They do, but they are most closely to be connected to the moon. This Ra Uru Hu, the founder of Human Design, called them a cosmic police. Where Lisa and I learned this in the child development analysis. A reflected child is a child where at night you bring them out there and let them enjoy the stars, enjoy the moon, because that's what they are closely connected to. And I've met reflectors who are very, very interested in mysticals, cosmic informations, because that's what they are. Yes.
Yeah, they are really beautiful, mystical beings, and I love them.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I first came into Human Design, and the girl that actually introduced it to me, she had, I believe it was her brother that was a reflector, and she found him quite frustrating because she's a projector, but she wasn't so deeply into the knowledge. She knew about it, but she found him quite frustrating because he couldn't make up his mind. Now, the world that we live in, or the world that we've been born into and indoctrinated by and educated in, is we need to make everything happen now. We need to make decisions now. And this being is not here to do that. They are really here for the big decisions in life: who to marry, who to love, who to be friends with, where to work, where to live, all these things that can put enormous pressure on their system as a being. They need to wait out this lunar cycle where the moon activates their design very uniquely to their specific design, and in that time they can really feel out this decision or feel out who they are and arrive at this clarity over time. So understanding the types and having, yeah, it really allows us to have some compassion for people and how different we are, and we're all unique in how we're here to make decisions. Like
Yeah.
myself, for instance, you're a splenic being. I'm a mental projector, which, you know, we're not going to go into the authorities too deeply, but you know, if I make splenic decisions, it can be very detrimental to me, and I trust my authority deeply. And yeah, we can go into that another time, but yeah, I'm not here to make any decisions in the now either. It's a time process based strategies, authority. So yeah, so uniquely, just as you said, very sort of the generic overview of the aura types, but then it just gets all laid in by the specific nuances to the design. And yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. And you know, you wrap up nicely just right there. This is what we want to, this is what we keen to introduce to people, that your aura is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful if you trust your aura communicates for you. Like if you're a generator, you just wait, your aura will attract life to you. And you just respond to it. You know, there's always be the right person will come to you and ask you for your energy, your energy. Then you can use your energy with full satisfaction. And if you're a manifester, your strategy is to inform. Your aura is closed and repelling to protect your independency. But in order to make your move out, your move into the world, you have to inform people what you are about to do, what you are going to say to them, and so on. And if you're projectors, your intelligence is highly powerful. You know, projectors' asset is their intelligence, their intellectual intelligence. I'm not talking about you have to go to university to get diploma, degree, or whatsoever. No, it depending on what system you are mastered to. If you learn something that you really enjoy, be good at it. That's what projectors is, and that's when your recognition is. If you play music, if you you play guitar, you're a guitarist. Be good at playing guitar. Knows everything around guitars. Know the wood that makes guitar whatsoever, and you will be recognized as the most successful guitarist. So this is all about you being recognized for your intelligence. That's projector. And wait to be invited, right? Your aura will attract invitation. You have no idea. If we talk about this deeper, if I share my experience around invitations, it mind-blowing. It can be mind-blowing that how lives will invite you when you have been recognized. And a reflector, don't jump into anything too spontaneously. Wait for, take your time to reflect, take your time to understand your awareness and sample and see the environment and see others, because you are here to sample. So these are the 4 types and 4 aura and how it functions and what its strategy. And before we forgot, the reflector themes here, the reflector is born to be, their life is filled with surprises, a lot of surprises, the lightness in their life. But if they're not living their strategy, not waiting for the lunar cycles, just jumping into everything spontaneously, they can get very disappointed with life. So that's it for this introduction of aura. Yeah, we are, it takes this about like 1 hour to introduce. This is just a nicely introductions into human design. So I guess that's it. You have anything to add, and then we can go.
Yeah, perfect timing to wrap it up. But yeah, I hope those who watch that may have been with us and have a moment to watch the replay, you get a little bit out of that. And if you've got any questions, please, very open to, oh, there she is. Very open to, to offer, any answers and interact. We certainly love playing in the field of interacting with the community. So here to
Yes.
educate those and build upon this foundation and get the awareness of human design out. It really is something that may be hidden, and then it just pops into your awareness through mainly through an auric connection. So hopefully this hello darling. Another projector behind me.
Yeah.
Super cute. Well, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for leading us through this today. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you for those who are watching in Facebook. Thank you. Do interact with us. We invite you, if you're projectors, connect with us and explore this with us. You're gonna love it. So till next time, have a great weekend. Bye everyone.
Bye.